If you've been laying under a rock for the last, let's say, 3 to 4 years, I'm here to let you know the rules just changed. And they didn't just change gradually. They didn't even take their time doing it, being slowly. And they changed overnight. See, the way people build businesses these days and grow their audience, and of course, what we always try to do, we try to make a little money on the internet, right? It's completely different from what it was 4 years ago. And here's the part that a lot of folk don't want to tell you, and they don't want to say it out loud. Most entrepreneurs are still playing by the old rules. They're grinding. They're constantly posting. They're showing up. And they're wondering why. And that why is why nothing is working the way it used to. It's not because they're lazy. It's because the game changed in a matter of hours. And nobody handed the new playbook out like we hand out lead magnets. So guess what? This is what this video is about. We want to make sure that you understand why the game changed and what we great do about it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Anthony Porter, and I'm an entrepreneur, a media strategist, and a content architect, operating at the intersection of AI, influencer, and modern business. I build brands from the ground up, from the crazy streets of Louisville, Kentucky, with no connections, no investors backing me, and no shortcuts. What I do have is a deep understanding of how the creator economy actually works. Not the highlight real versions that we see every day. We talk about the real, get it from the mud versions. See, this channel exists for one reason, and one reason only: to give you modern entrepreneurs the tools, the truth, the strategies built for influencers, income, and ownership of this new AI era. If that's what you're here for, you're in the right place. So let's get into it, man. So let's talk about one of the core problems that most people are getting left behind on. All right. Here's what's happening right now. And most people are not willing to admit it. Like, the creator economy just didn't grow, it evolved. It took off. It's like if you are sitting there watching your favorite TV series, and all of a sudden it goes from a serious episode to 13, 14, 15 years in, and it was just a palette just when you thought it was of the other day. A few years ago, a formula was so simple. I mean, it was simple. All you had to do was just post consistently, build your audience, and sell something, and then hit that repeat button. That formula still works, but the bar just went 10 times higher, and the window just got 10 times shorter. Now, here's why. AI flooded the market with content. Everywhere you look, more posts, more videos, more newsletters, more noise. The volume of content being produced right now is unlike any other. Man, everybody's trying to jump on this AI tip. They're telling you how you can make so much money in so many days, how you can make this amount of money a day using AI. All right. And I'm telling you, man, it's evolved to the point where the internet is like, they haven't seen it. If the algorithm had eyes, it would look at you and be like, man, I'm being bombarded right now. And what has happened is that the supply has exploded. Attention becomes the most valuable currency on the planet. See, here's the thing, though. The old model was create content, get attention, and monetize that attention. But here's the new model. Write this down. The new model is build a point of view, earn the trust, and then monetize it. Because see, what has happened over time is AI can give you the truth. Like, you can go to Google and Google things. But what people don't understand is you still have to be the creator for this tool. See, people are struggling right now trying to outpost the algorithm. So they're copying formats, chasing trends. They're producing content without perspectives behind it. And that's the crazy part. And as I started studying things like OpenAI and Claude from Anthropic, algorithm doesn't care how hard you work on a graphic. It cares whether the people stop, whether they watch, and whether they come back. Now, that's the real problem. Can you imagine turning on your Instagram channel and you see a guy pop up 3 months ago, he had 0 followers, and now all of a sudden he's doing all the latest TikTok trends, all the latest Instagram reel trends. I see the real problem is not lack of effort, it's lack of identity. You can't be a fitness guru and all of a sudden your main focus is AI. Now, AI can help build out your programs, but you still got to teach that thing. So that's where we're at. AI is here. AI is here to stay. You have to evolve around that program. All right. And there are so many tools out here that could help you. Like here recently, I just introduced Cloud, where Cloud is taking over my whole marketing, my whole social media planning. It does everything for me, but I had to learn how to use it. And that leads me into talking about the frameworks. What actually is changing and how you can win in this game right now. All right. So let me break down exactly what shifted and what you need to do about it. See, there's 5 things that you need to understand. So pay attention. And this is where I need you to think about this. I need you to subscribe. Because if you subscribe and you like this video and you save this video, constantly go back and so you can understand, because that's what I had to start doing. I started following people, and when I started following them, they were saying things like Nikki Saunders was saying things, and David Sands was saying things, and Gary Vee and Alex Hamazi. All of these folk were saying stuff, and I was missing it in the beginning. I was just like, I don't want to look at that video. Now I'm looking at these videos, and I'm like, that's what I missed. That's how I need to fix this. Here's what I need to do. All right. So let's talk about the shifts. Information lost its value. All right. This is the one thing that really stings. See, for years, the creative economy rewarded people who had information others didn't, like the tutorials, the how-tos, the step-by-step breakdowns. That was the currency. Things like Claude, AI, DeepSeek, Google, Meta, all of these AI tools, when they arrived, they made information free, instant, and infinite. Ask any AI tool a question and you'll get a detailed answer in 4 seconds. The information, that's gone, man. But what can't be replaced by AI is your perspective, your story. You taking on what happens. That's what the market is now paying for. That's the shift. Stop being the information dispenser and start being that point of view. Now, shift number 2. Attention got shorter, but it got deeper at the same time. Here's the paradox. And I guarantee you, ain't nobody around you even thought about it or talked about it. Average scroll time went down, but the time spent with trusted creators, they went up. People are skipping more. But when they find someone they can trust, they start to binge watch. They subscribe. They buy. And what this means for you, you don't need everyone's attention. You just need the right people. You need the right people with the deepest attention spans. That's the shift. Stop optimizing for views and start optimizing for trust. Shift number 3, the personal brand became the business model. This used to be the side strategy for influencers. Now it's the primary vehicle for entrepreneurship. See, the entrepreneur with the camera, a clear message, and the right AI tools is now competing directly with companies that used to need 50 employees, a marketing department, and a 6-figure ad budget. That was the lick. One person, one brand, and one audience. These are the media companies of today. The shift, your personal brand is not your marketing. It is your business, man. You have to understand that. AI became a level, and that's the shift in number 4. Not a threat. And I heard this constantly. I made a video the other day talking about how Meta let go 8,000 people by email. And then you got people jumping on and talking about, well, in the comments, the creators, you look creators. Listen, it's not about that. What happened is some of these people didn't evolve. They didn't take the chance or the thought to get to the next level. AI is going to replace creators. Let me be direct right there in your face. AI is going to replace lazy creators, creators without perspectives, creators who were producing generic content and calling it a strategy. That's not a strategy. All right. For everyone else, AI is the greatest leverage tool the creator economy has ever seen. One person can now produce at a level as a team would do back in the day. They can research, scripting, editing, workflow, repurposing, distributing. This is all accelerated now. Like literally, I go into Claude and I can post 30 videos to the new AI tool that I found called Blatato. And when I started posting things like that, guess what happened? My time has really got cut in half. Now, after I do a podcast episode for all my brands, whether it's the Coaches Corners Network, whether it's Podcast for Profits, and get ready for the Block to the Broker, all of these podcasts now can be AI animated, automated. I'm not sitting around waiting for a team to do something. Once I record, I'm done recording, editing, sending it out, all within 20 minutes of me finishing up that episode. AI is here. It made it easier. It made me be able to do more content, but it made me be able to do more smart content. All right. But only, and I need you to understand this, the shift here is AI doesn't replace you, it multiplies you. But only if you bring something worth multiplying. And then shift number 5 we need to talk about is ownership becomes the differentiator. Followers are borrowed. Algorithms are rented. Platforms are your landlords. You have to be the creators or the entrepreneurs who win the long-term battles building your own asset. That means your email list. Communities, digital products, brand equality that lives off the platform, man, that's where it's at. The shift is this. Build on platforms, own off platform. I love this because this is the digital real estate era. And I'm always going to talk about digital real estate. I'm not talking about going out here buying a commercial mall or going out here buying a house. I'm talking about digital real estate because that's the future. And if you don't get into with the future, you're going to be left behind. Period, point blank. All right. So now let's talk about the mindset shift. This is the aha moment that hit me. Here's the reframe. And this is what I want to leave you with. Most people are asking the wrong questions. They're asking, how do I grow faster? The better question is, how do I stand for or who needs to hear it? See how I slowed that down? Because I want you to understand this. What do I stand for? And I think I messed that up, so I needed to go back and say it again. What do I stand for and who needs to hear it? Because the creator economy doesn't reward the most consistent anymore. It rewards the most clear. Clarity of the identity, clarity of perspectives, and clarity of who you serve and what you help them become. Whether you get clear on that, the content writes itself. The audience finds you. The business flows. Check it. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. I didn't have a blueprint for any of this. What I had perspective on how the world works, what's changing, and what it takes to build something real from nothing. That perspective, that's my business. Not tactics, not tools, not posting schedules. The perspective. Here's what I know for certain. You have one too. The creative economy is changing. The only question is whether you're going to adapt to it or get left behind. Now, before we get out of here, I need you to take some action steps. Do this today. 3 things. And I mean, do it today. Not tomorrow, not tonight, like soon as we get through. Soon as you watch the video, do this. Number 1, write your identity statement. 1 sentence. Complete this. I help a specific person. That's in quotations, all right? Go from where they are to where they want to be through this method, your method, all right? Don't overthink it. Write the draft. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. The discomfort means you're getting specific. All right. Now, if you've already been posting content, audit your last 10 pieces of content. That's action step number 2. Look at everything you've posted in the last 2 weeks. From each one, ask, does this reflect a clear point of view? Or is it just something informational? If it's just information, you know why it's underperforming. And then last but not least with this action steps, pick one perspective piece to create this week. Not a tutorial, not a tip list. A take, a truth, a belief. All right. You have about your industry, man. Like you got to be able to sit there and have something that the industry, the niche that you in. If you have a take, if you have a belief, if you have a truth that you want to discuss, that's the most thing that people aren't saying. They don't want to do it. Write it, record it, and post it. That's all you need to do. That one piece of perspective content will do more for your brand than 10 tutorials ever will. Now, the creative economy is changing. And this channel exists to make sure you are ahead of the game and not behind it. Every week, I'm dropping new breakdowns. I'm going to hit you with a few strategies. We're going to get real on some things because we are from the block to the boardroom. And we're going to talk about what's actually working for modern entrepreneurs building in this AI era. You dig? Now, if this conversation hits you in some type of way and you want to be a part of it, man, hit subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss the upcoming events, the next episodes and all of that. Man, I'm going to see you on the next one, man. So until then, keep building, keep grinding, and let's do what we do. All right? We out of here.